Hey plant fam! Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline. This is part of my jungle. If you are not new here, thank you for coming back. So today I have a fun video for you because I want to talk about all of the different kinds of Hoyas, essentially. Like there's a Hoya for everybody, you guys. I don't know why some people don't like Hoyas, aside from maybe how slowly they can grow. But today I have compiled a list of reasons why you should love Hoya. Essentially, these are the Hoya that I think will make you fall in love with Hoya. We're gonna hit 8 different categories today that I broke down these Hoya into. Hopefully I didn't forget any. Probably did. But and then I'm gonna show you some of my favorites from each category. So the first one shouldn't be surprising, and it is veiny Hoyas. Right? Like, they're probably my favorite. Callistophylla in particular is the Hoya that really got me into hardcore collecting Hoyas. I had some more common Hoyas before that, but let me tell you, that one was on my wish list from the first time I ever saw it. The veining is absolutely stunning, and I just feel like you can't not like this Hoya. If you like plants with striking veination and lots of contrast, like this is a plant for you. There's lots of other veiny Hoyas that I love. The Vitellinioides is one of them. I'm sure there's lots of others that I can't think of, but I will show you all of the ones that I do have in each of these categories. But I definitely think that when it comes to veiny Hoyas, Callistophylla is kind of like the queen. It's kind of a classic, right? I feel like you really can't go wrong with a Callistophylla. Even if you don't like Hoya, you can't say that plant isn't beautiful. So before we get into the next category, I wanted to share with you today's sponsor, Happy and Polly. They sent me this adorable Castle Cat litter box that I am unboxing with you now. I absolutely love the shape and size of this litter box. It does not look like a traditional litter box, which is really great if you have a small apartment like we do and you do not like the look of a litter box in your space. This one is definitely a really adorable alternative. It also has this top portion here where your cats can either scratch. This one comes with a little scratching board, or you can get a pad that goes on the top that fits here so they can lay there if they want to. This tray is absolutely going to make my life a lot easier when it comes to cleaning this litter box, and it fit a whole entire bag of the litter that we use perfectly. So the cats have been checking it out. They have been using it. They are used to their new litter box, so it was safe for us to throw away the old one. Crash fits in here nicely. He is a big boy, so I wasn't sure, and he seems to be enjoying it. So not mad about that. Happy and Polly also sent me this adorable mushroom water fountain for our cats a month or so ago, and they have been loving it. It has been helping them stay more hydrated, which is really important for your kitty's health. So go and check out Happy Polly and feel free to use the code JUNGLE10 for 10% off your purchase. Okay, let's get back into the video. The next category that I have are big leafed Hoyas. I know that big leaf plants are a thing for a lot of people, and Hoyas definitely do not disappoint when it comes to large leaves. So obviously the first one that's going to come to mind is the Hoya latifolia dinner plate, which is quite possibly the largest leafed Hoya that I've ever seen in the world. I don't know if there is one that can get bigger than that, but when you think of a big leaf Hoya, usually your brain goes to the latifolia dinner plate. But honestly, most latifolia species and varieties can get pretty large. The species Sarawak can get pretty big. There is also Hoya meridithii that has massive, gorgeous, veiny leaves. I don't know how I left it out of the veiny category, but I will show you that in this category as well. So if you like veiny and you like a big leaf, girl, there are options. A lot of these are gonna cross over. So it really comes down to what you like in a plant. So if you love a big leaf plant, these are some of the big leaf Hoyas that I think you might enjoy. So naturally, next on my list would be the small leafed Hoyas, which would include plants like the Hoya Matilde behind me here on the shelf, the Hoya Serpent, just cute little teeny tiny baby leaves, and I just got the Chinghungensis that has really cute little baby leaves. I don't know about you guys, but I love a Hoya with tiny leaves. The Huschkliana is also really, really gorgeous. I'm sure there's tons that I'm forgetting, but if you love a plant with really cute little leaves, there are tons and tons of Hoyas out there. That would be a really great option for you to help get you to fall in love with Hoyas. The next category on my list is another one of my favorites, and that would be silver leafed Hoyas. So not just splashy Hoyas, I mean like full-on big old splotches of silver, if not a whole entire leaf of silver. So you've got the Hoya Silver Dollar, you've got the Hoya Carnosa Gray Ghost, you've got the Nova Ghost, we've got, in my personal collection, I've got a Hoya AH074. I've got the Wilbur Graves, which can be kind of speckly, but you can also get some really big chunks of silver on those leaves. So if you are into silvery Hoyas, there are so many options for you. The Croniana Super Silver, there are tons. I even have a Lacunosa, I think it's called Luisa's Silver. So lots and lots of silver Hoyas for you to check out if you are into silvery plants. I don't know about you guys, I love silver variegation. I do have a video on my channel where I go into the science behind silver variegation. It's actually really interesting because it's different than any other type of variegation that we're used to seeing. So if you're a science nerd like me, I highly recommend going to check that video out. I'll link it for you up here, and see what it is exactly that makes your Hoyas and your other plants too silver. Number 5 on my list, the next category is plants with creamy variegation, like Hoyas that have creamy leaves, or especially the ones that can get pink. So what'll happen a lot of the times with plants that do have cream variegation is they will either come in pink, or they can sun stress, blush a little bit pink where the cream is. So the plant that comes to mind the most when I think about something along those lines would be the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen and the Crimson Princess. Both of these plants have an inclination to get really cute pink leaves. Another one, if you're looking for something a little bit less common, would be the Huschkliana variegata. I include that in like the cute tiny leaf Hoya category as well, but if you're looking for something with really gorgeous creamy variegation that can get that cute pink blushing on it, especially on the new leaves when they come in, that is the plant for you. So if you are looking for a plant that can get some cute little pink leaves on it, I highly recommend the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen. It was my first Hoya. If you haven't gotten into Hoyas, if you don't have any Hoya, I definitely recommend a Carnosa variety. There's lots of them to choose from, but if you love variegated plants, the Queen and the Princess are going to be like my top 2 recommendations for you to check out. So if you haven't gotten into Hoya yet, these ones are definitely worthy of you trying, and I think they just might make you fall in love with Hoya. The next category on my list are Hoyas that get easily sun stressed. So some people are suckers for a red leaf, a blushed pink leaf, a burgundy leaf, myself included in that. So there are a lot of Hoyas that you can get your hands on pretty easily that are easygoing, that are going to sun stress for you, including the Hoya Sunrise. I've also got the Hoya Obscura up in the greenhouse. I have, oh my goodness, Hoya Marillii that is sun stressing beautifully. I've got a Hoya Sergioensis, I don't know how to say it, that is sun stressing beautiful, but as you can see from what I'm showing you, there are a handful of Hoyas that are sun stressing up here in the greenhouse that look absolutely gorgeous. If you are interested in knowing more about Hoya lighting and how to get yours to sun stress and stuff like that, I have a video that I just did recently on that as well. So check out my Hoya Care playlist for all of that information if you're looking for something specific about Hoya, especially if you're new to Hoya, which is kind of what I'm getting at in this video. If you don't have any, these are the ones that are gonna make you fall in love depending on like which category is your favorite when it comes to plants. That makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So sun stressing is definitely a thing that can attract a lot of people to certain types of Hoya, and that might be like your gateway Hoya into getting you to collect more. Next on my list is another favorite. You guys, I just love them all, you know, I'm not gonna lie. And this one's fun though because it is the weird shaped Hoyas. So there are some Hoya that have some interesting leaf shapes, and if you are into the really unique, different looking kind of plants, I think that there are a few Hoyas you might enjoy, including the Hoya rotundiflora. I do have it behind me here, but I'll show it to you close up. It's got some really interesting like oblong, almost kind of squared off looking leaves. Even the texture on them is kind of weird, but they can get a little on the big side, which I think is pretty cool too. And it's just a really unique, strange looking Hoya. Another one that I had, but unfortunately did not survive a warm water bath that I gave it, but that's a story for another time, is the Hoya maniparensis. This one has these like little, I don't know, like triangle-ish shaped leaves, and it's bizarre. They're a little bit fuzzy. They're weird. If you're into weird plants, there are definitely some that I'm forgetting. So let me know in the comments below what other weird leaf-shaped Hoyas you can think of that might get people into Hoya that are into unique looking plants, because I don't know about you guys, but I sure as heck like to collect plants that are just like different looking. I get a little bit bored sometimes if all of my plants look similar. You know what I mean? And I know some people are like, oh, Hoyas look the same. Listen, there's a lot of Hoya, like a lot. So there's always gonna be ones that look similar, but that's why I wanted to do this video, to show you that there are so many different kinds of Hoya that I really do believe that there is something for everyone. I'm such a Hoya pusher. Anyway, the last category on my list are fuzzy Hoya. And let me tell you, girl, I love a fuzzy Hoya. I cannot get enough of a fuzzy leafed Hoya. So I've got a handful of these. My favorite one is probably the Hoya nummulariioides. I wouldn't necessarily call some of these fuzzy, but they're felted. Even the maniparensis that I was just talking about is like a very felted, soft to the touch Hoya. There is the Lauterbachkiana. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I have that one and one called Affinis. I don't know. And they look the same, but they're fuzzy and they're beautiful. But yeah, I love a fuzzy leaf Hoya. I know there's a lot that I'm leaving out that I can't think of for some reason. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite fuzzy leaf Hoya is. Let me know what your favorite Hoyas are in all of these categories if you want to. And there's tons and tons that I left out. Let me know if you think there's a whole category that I left out. I was tempted to put crusty Hoyas on here, but I don't feel like crusty Hoyas are the way to get people into Hoyas. They're called crusty. So there's that. But there are some crusty ones that I do love if you guys are into crusty looking plants that are kind of prehistoric. Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, that is it for this video. I did just want to touch on some of these things. I thought it would be fun to talk about all of the different types of Hoyas that are out there, because yeah, they don't all look the same. Like, I can assure you that they're all very, very different, and they're really fun to collect. So if you hate Hoyas, like, that's totally fine. I'm not forcing you to buy Hoyas. I just think that for people who might be maybe curious about it, this could be a really fun video to show you some of your options. So if you've got friends, plant friends that haven't gotten into Hoyas yet, you should share this video with them and let them see what their options are. So that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you should give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. There's a join button down there if you want to be part of the official plant fam. If not, there's a super thanks button if you want to super thanks me. Everything is appreciated. I cannot do this without you guys. And that is it for this video. I hope that you guys had fun hanging out with me for a little bit, and I hope I see you in the next one. Bye!